Hi, everyone. My name is David Gower. I'm the CEO of Emerita Resources. Just giving you an update on our recent analyst and shareholders tour to our projects in Spain, as well as a forecast of where we expect to be going in the coming months. The tour itself was exceptional, I would say, from our perspective. It was attended by almost 30 people, including analysts from institutions, institutional shareholders, and a number of large retail shareholders as well. What I would say the outcome of this tour was people really gained a proper appreciation for the scale of these projects. We first went to Infanta, where the two drills were operating, or three drills now, and you could see drilling going along a 1 kilometer strike length. And from there, we went over and looked at the Romanera site, where we expect to be drilling possibly by the end of the year. We're just waiting on the final permit for that drill program. And you can see there a very major massive sulfide exposure that extends for 600 or 700 meters at surface, waiting to be drilled. And so that's a very exciting project, and then the scale is very large. We were able to drive up to Asnocoyer and stand up on the side of the open pit at Los Frailes, which again really gives people an appreciation for how large that project will be, and then the scale of the deposits there. And perhaps I think the most surprising thing for people was our trip to Nueva Tintillo, which we don't talk a lot about this project because it's early stage, but we started that tour with a stop beside the Rio Tinto open pit. Of course, Rio Tinto, it's not our project, but it's a long strike from Nueva Tintillo, and it's the largest volcanogenic massive sulfide in the world, as far as I know. So it's kind of interesting to stand on the edge of that and look across the horizon, and you can see our project. And what's really interesting is that project, we have 25 kilometers of stratigraphy. Outside of it, as you go to the northwest, is Rio Tinto, which beyond that, you then get into Aguas Teñidas, which was recently sold for 1.8 billion US to an Australian firm. You go the other direction from Nueva Tintillo, you hit Asnocoyer, and then beyond that, Cobre Las Cruces of First Quantum. So one of the most productive environments in the Iberian Pyrite Belt already, within our 25 kilometers, which has not been really worked in decades. There are at least 8 to 10 known mineral occurrences or past producers. So that'll be a story for next year. We're just gearing up to do the work on that. Moving back to IBW, we certainly see the program ramping up there. So we had started the program with 2 drills. We recently announced that we're increasing it to 5. So we have 4 on site now, and the 5th one will be mobilizing. So by January 1st, we will have 5. Once we start the drilling on La Romanera, we will bring another 3 drills. So first quarter next year, we expect to have 8 drills turning on that project. And so it should be a massive amount of core and intersections and news flow from that. The project that we haven't discussed really at this point is probably the key one of interest, which is the Asnocoyer lawsuit. We don't have anything new really to say that hasn't been disclosed, but we are very encouraged with the recent correspondence that we received from the administrative courts. They basically indicated in that correspondence that they're prepared to proceed with their deliberations. And we had expected that would not happen until the criminal court was finished. And the administrative court is actually the court that awards the project. So we still expect the criminal court will go through and the sentencing will take place, and the criminals involved in the case will be sentenced. But it's very encouraging to see the administrative court moving ahead. And the basis for that is that the criminal courts have basically shut down any further submission of evidence. So there's a complete body of evidence that the administrative court can proceed on. And that's basically where we are at this point.